Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts and prepare your taste buds as we embark on a relentless journey through the kingdom of brews. Welcome to the realm of intoxicating flavors and head-banging beer reviews.
What's up, everybody? It's the Gingeryeti, and it's time for another road beer. Today, I am in Amarillo, Texas. I'm hanging out at the Barfield Autograph Collection Hotel. It's a really swank hotel. I mean, as you can see, this room is ballin'. It's a great place. If you're ever in Amarillo, you definitely need to check this place out. So, today, I went to some places, had a good time. Got some notes here because I'm not going to remember a lot of it. So earlier today, I went to the Six Car Pub and Brewery. Really cool spot. Wasn't there for very long, but today is, I think Wednesday, they had their own beers on special for $2.50 a pint. I can't tell you if I've ever been to a brewery that had $2.50 pints of their own beer. So that was amazing. Really good time. Then we went over to the Lit Arcade Bar. That place is really cool. A lot of pinball machines, really good staff, really cool staff. If you're ever in Amarillo, please go check out the Lit Arcade Bar. So anyways, let's get into this. Today I'm going to drink Green Dreams. You see here, this is a double India Pale Ale. Now I got this beer as a gift from John Rice. Thank you, John. You're amazing. Thank you so much for giving me this beer. This beer is from Triple Crossing in Richmond, Virginia. Now, when I looked at it on Untappd, there's like 16 different varieties of this beer. And each variety has some sort of different hop combination. Unfortunately, on the can, there is no distinction. So I have no idea which variety I'm about to drink. So I'm just going with the most checked into variety. Now, with that said, there was kind of an interesting blurb on Beer Advocate about it. It says, our ever-rotating, ever-evolving double IPA series, much like Dreams, certain hop varieties can be fleeting and hard to fully grasp. Rather than fight the truth, we rather embrace our own green dreams, which allows us to brew with often rare ingredients and new processes. So it's hard doing this by myself. Sometimes you have to have notes. I'm only using my phone. I don't have any other tablets or things like Beer Day with TK or the Legend Don. So it is what it is. So let's get into this beer here. And you'll be shocked to see, unlike most videos I do, I have a proper glass. It is a small glass, but it is a real glass. Because this hotel is so swank, they provide real glasses. There's even liquor in the fridge. Shocker to that. So let's get into this beer here. Like I said, it's Green Dreams, double IPA. Now, if you've been watching Beer Day with TK's channel for a long time, you know that we're not huge fans of IPAs, double IPAs, triple IPAs, all that nonsense. I do like a good IPA, but it's got to be well balanced. It's got to be done properly. And I just knob-headed poured that one. But I have had a few beers, so it's not a shocker that I did that. Now, as I'm pouring this, Beer Advocate actually gave this a 95 world class with 80 ratings. So as much as I'm not a huge fan of double, triple, quadruple, punch you in the mouth IPAs, I am looking forward to tasting this beer if I can ever get through the head. Like I said, on Untappd, there were way too many varieties to figure out which one I'm actually drinking, since there's not much on the can about which variety it is. So I just chose the one I've been checked into the most, as I said. And the one that has been checked into the most had a rating of 4.20. So this beer, as I poured it, has a nice white fluffy head that is not dissipating at all. I mean, you see some big fisheye bubbles in the top, and the head is just not going anywhere. It is just sticking there. It's a nice white fluffy head. I mean, color. This hotel room has that crazy awesome ambient lighting, but it's not real good for showing the beers. It is kind of like an off yellow. I mean, again, I don't have the SRM chart because I'm too lazy to print one out yet. Maybe eventually I'll get one printed out for my channel. But if I remember right, this is probably like a 7-8. I mean, it is kind of an off yellow, but you cannot see through that thing. That thing is so murky and hazy, you cannot see anything through it. The smell, it smells like hoppy nonsense. A lot of hops, just kind of that syrupy, hoppy smell. But it's not super strong, and it's not offensive. But smelling it, you know this is going to be a double IPA. And I think, yeah, on the can it says it's 8% alcohol, but you kind of expect that from a double IPA. I think I've talked enough that the head has dissipated a little bit so I can give it a taste. So let's see what this is all about. Cheers. I didn't expect that at all. I did not expect that at all. This is very subtle. The flavors are very subtle, very light. The body's kind of medium. There's a little bit of syrupiness to it, but like nothing off-putting, nothing offensive. It's just kind of there, like very, very little viscosity, but enough that you know there's some viscous notes to it. And I expected this to be over the top, punch me in the face hops, and it is not. It's very well balanced. Like you get the hops, and again, they're very subtle. I mean, there's not a distinct hop note on my palate, but they are there. And on the back end, it's kind of drying, but it makes you want to go in for another sip. But it is not overpowering, not crazy hop at all. And there's no alcohol burn, alcohol, anything. If you just handed this to me, I would have no idea that this was 8% alcohol. Again, you can tell there's some hops there. I mean, the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale probably has more of a hop punch than this, because the hops are so subtle, so refined, so well balanced in this. It's kind of crazy. You could drink this and drink this and drink this, and it would probably be a night ender for you because you wouldn't realize it. And this beer isn't very cold. It's below room temperature, but it's not cold by any means. And it's just, wow, it's very drying on the aftertaste. It just makes you want to go back for another sip. But this is delicious. This is what a hoppy beer should be, like an IPA should be, because it's just so well balanced, but all the flavors are so subtle. I mean, you can kind of imagine a little bit of pininess and a little bit of that like tropical fruitiness, but again, it's all so subtle. It's all very light. And I just keep wanting to go back for more because it is mouth drying in the back end, but it's very tasty. This is an excellent beer. Like Green Dreams, if double India Pale Ales were all like this, I would drink these regularly. This is just a really, really good beer. I give this just a huge thumbs up. This is delicious. I really like this beer. I can't believe it's 8% alcohol. Charn, John Rice, thank you so much for bringing this out to us. He gave this to us in Bristow, Virginia, outside of DC. I've been sitting on it for a couple weeks. I actually was digging around in the cooler in the bus to try to find a beer to do tonight and found this, and just kind of knew that this was the beer I wanted to taste, do a video on. So cheers, John. Thank you so much for sharing these beers with us. If you're ever in the Richmond area or you see Triple Crossing Brewing, by all means, check this out. Like, look at that can. Kind of cool artwork. Green Dreams. Again, unfortunately, I don't know which one it is that's listed on Untapped. This is delicious. Like, I'm super happy I pulled this beer out of the cooler tonight to taste and drink with you all and share with you guys. Well, it's probably close to 2 a.m. I gotta pack up, get back on the bus, and head out to Albuquerque. So until next time, cheers.